Gonna watch it. I mean, because at the end of the day, like, granted, you could go to Facebook and Instagram, and you can get your news from there. But most of the time, I mean, I follow news sources on those platforms. Not everybody does, but it's like still, news is still a trusted source. It's still a way that people want to get their information.
I got you. Okay, so I had a question. So, take me for instance. I know I'm a little bit older, but if I wanted to become you real funny. My kid's back, y'all.
She said, don't laugh.
Right.
I'm not that much older.
My question is like, so if I wanted to become a newscaster, how would I go about, getting my, how can I say, myself out there to be able to be eligible to be able to cast the news?
Everybody thinks that you have to go to journalism school. Not necessarily. I mean, I did. That was my path. I went to journalism school. I studied it for 4 years. I got my degree, and then I did internships even my senior year of college, and then got a job. Maybe 3 months after college. But it is now like some people they have. In fact, like the Ohio Media School here is a really great resource because
people I signed up for that school at one point.
Yeah,
I did because I was like, I had to tell myself, I was like, you're too afraid to be in front of the camera like that. You're not gonna be fluid. You're not gonna be. So I had to have a talk with myself. That's how I felt at the time. I was like, I don't think that's for you. Like, you can learn how to do it, but you have to be comfortable, is what I told myself. And I was like, are you comfortable? And I was like, no.
Look at you now. In front of the camera.
Look at me now. Comfortable. Look at me now.
Look at you. But that is it. Sorry, is because because that is it. Is I think people think like, oh, I have to go to school, and you should, as far as just getting the fundamentals. But I'll be honest, even the stuff I learned in school, it doesn't even exist now. Like, it's not the same because in college you had like a week to put a whole story together. You have all of 2 hours maybe now. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have all that time. Like, you are doing stuff for the news that day. So it is like certain things that they don't really I don't want to say they don't exist, but it still doesn't translate the same way. So now I feel like if you go to school now for journalism or for broadcast journalism, it would be great because you're learning. In fact, at Ohio Media School, you're learning how to do a podcast, all of the behind the scenes work that like we didn't have that course in college when I was there. So it's like, it's nice because you are now ahead of the times. In fact, you might be ahead of the game than most people who are still in the business because you're learning all the new things that now they're just now getting accustomed to. Because it's like, we have to also know when it comes to digital, like we have to know how to put a story online, how to write a script, how to add tags to it, how to add the video to it and clip it and all of that. So it's like, it's tough because those who are much older and have been in this business for so long, they're like, I don't know how to do that. Like, because they're like, I didn't have to do that, or working a camera. Like, yeah, I know how to work a camera. A lot of people don't because they didn't have to know how to because they always had a photographer. They always had a photographer. So it's not that if you wanted to now, like I always tell people, like, one, shadow somebody who's in the business because then you could really learn what it's like and what job you could go for. Everybody wants to be in front of the camera. It is not the job for everybody. There are so many jobs behind the scenes that are way more important. Like I joke with my producer all the time because a producer is somebody who, when they come in, the show is a blank canvas. There's nothing in there. It's nothing written. It's nothing. It's blank. We call it a rundown. It's blank. A producer is the one who decides what stories are going into the newscast, what order they will go in, whether I'm going to see the anchor on camera or whether I'm going to have video for this story. They're the ones writing the story. Like I tell people, if you like to be in control, be a